All righty. Hello, and welcome to our Thursday live training here on the REI Marketing Facebook page. I am Marina Hauser. We might have some new people here this week. I wanted to welcome you. I hope you're all having a great summer and happy August. August means a couple of things. Number one, August means it's my birthday month. I'm a Leo. My birthday is August 14th, so I'm celebrating all month, okay? So happy birthday to all of my August summer babies. I know as kids we got shafted for birthday parties, but we get to make up for it later on in life, right? Because summers truly are the best. So welcome. Today, what we're going to kind of be focusing on is online versus offline leads. One of the number one questions I get as a real estate investor is, Marina, what is better? Should I focus on online or offline leads? And that's kind of what we're going to be focusing on today. But before we get started, I just want to let you know what I've been up to. This past weekend, I was in Columbia, South Carolina at the Re-Up Real Estate event hosted by Noah Harris and Christy Duckett Harris. Beautiful couple down in Columbia, South Carolina. They put on this event. I believe it's 2 times a year, and they asked me to come speak at their event, which I was so honored. I've known them for almost, 15 years at this point, 12 to 15 years, and I was more than happy, honored to go serve their community. I did a topic. They had a session, how to build a lead generation machine. And I went into, the 5 exact steps that you need to take to, build a lead generation machine where you're getting leads coming into your desk every month so that you can do what? Focus on your money-making activities so that you can ultimately make a profit in this business, right? No leads equals no deals. If your phone isn't ringing with motivated sellers, then you are not analyzing deals. You're not getting them under contract. You're not, finding financing for them. You're not rehab wholesaling, and you're certainly not selling them. So I want you to look at marketing and lead generation as the first domino that falls in your real estate investment business. All right. So this event was great. I'm just going to kind of show you some highlights from this event. Hold on. Let me open up here a little bit. I'll share my screen. So if any of you aren't my friends on Instagram, I am at Marina P. Hauser. I'll drop the handle in the comments later. But the event was awesome. Here, I'll show you a little tidbit of it. Put a reel up. So fun. I got to see friends that I haven't seen in almost a decade, probably because I was having 4 kids in 3.5 years. Again, I was there for my $1 million marketing program. That's me teaching, learning, and growing and networking as the event was. Those are my good friends, Christy and Joanna. Other amazing speakers were there as well. Lawyer Lisa, Amanda Holbrook. There was a mobile house investing panel. We went to Segra Park. I saw Spider-Man. There were fireworks. It was awesome. It makes you feel alive. So one of the best recommendations I have for you is absolutely fellow $1 Million Marketing members were there, Blair and Lisa. So basically, just a friendly reminder that live events, there's kind of nothing like them in terms of the energy, synergy, and you just never know who you're going to hear speak or who you're going to meet at these events that will change your life. So it's absolutely so important for you, even on a quarterly or yearly basis, make a really big effort to go to live events, because again, you just never know what you're going to learn at one of these events that will literally change the course of your life. And I was so honored to speak on, my specialty and expertise, which is lead generation and marketing. And, I had just one goal to transform one person, but I have a feeling there were a lot of people that were transformed there that weekend. So thank you again, Noah and Christy. Amazing event. If any of you ever want to go, absolutely hit me up. I'll get you in touch. I think Noah Harris is in this group, so you can email him directly as well. All right. So let me X out of this. Again, if we're not friends on Instagram, Marina P. Hauser. So I'm just going to kind of get into it. We don't have a lot of time today. So like I said, one of the number one questions I have as a real estate investor who does this at a very high level is offline versus online marketing. Offline are things like direct mail, signage, just ads like billboards, stuff like that, on buses. Texting is a form of guerrilla marketing, right? And TV. So offline, I consider offline lead generation types of marketing channels or campaigns that get your phone to ring right away. That's how I would, like guerrilla marketing. You get your marketing out the door, your phone should be ringing relatively quickly if the message resonates, right, with the prospect. Now, let's look at online marketing. Online marketing is website, landing pages, social media, email, video. Email can get your phone to ring right away, but I'm going to include it in the online marketing sector, and video. Okay. So these are some of the types of popular online marketing that investors always ask about. And this is my answer to all of you. Okay. My answer to all of you is they're both equally as important. Why are they equally as important? You're going to see a lot of people out there saying only focus on direct mail. There's nothing else that works other than direct mail. I cannot stand when people just say this one thing only works. Yes, it can only work for you after you test it, track it in your area. Okay. But here's the reality of the situation. They're both equally as important because yes, offline marketing will get your phone to ring relatively quickly, and it should get, leads ringing into your office right away. But online marketing, that lead generation can absolutely come, but there is nothing better than branding and visibility than online marketing. So that's why I say they're equally as important. There's one that can get your phone ringing right away with leads off the hook, right? And build you a nice pipeline. Online can do that for you too, once you start diving into it and being consistent with it, right? So when you're posting multiple videos, working on your SEO, your blogs every single week, and you're working on that, that will ultimately get your phone to ring, right? At a high level as well. However, there is nothing better than online marketing for, visibility, people getting to know you, trust you, and like you, so they can ultimately work with you. And the cool thing about online marketing, a lot of it is free. You have free tools at your disposal that can get you in front of literally the whole world, billions of people, but people aren't utilizing it because they have some kind of fear behind it, right? They don't want to get behind the camera. They don't know what to say. They don't feel ready, imposter syndrome, whatever. They care what people think. So many. But there is nothing like online media for your visibility and for you to get out there and be known. Because if you're consistent with all of your marketing, your phone will ring not only with motivated sellers, but many, many, many more opportunities, investors, contractors. There's so many buyers, other investors who want to collaborate with you. There's so many opportunities, you to be on podcasts, so many opportunities for you to get out there and be visible with online marketing. So my answer to online versus offline is very simple. They're both equally as important. Okay. So why are they equally as important? Let me tell you exactly why they're equally as important. Because the reality is there's another human on the other side of your marketing. There's you presenting your services to another human, okay? Where you're trying to convince them to work with you, presenting your services in a way where they're eager to work with you, right? The definition of marketing. So why are they both important? Because you need to get the right message to the right person at the right time. And the reality, and this is why nobody can tell you why or what marketing channel is the best marketing channel for real estate investing. Have you ever heard somebody say without a shadow of the doubt, this is the best? Maybe you've heard that. Maybe they haven't tried other things. But the reality is, because you don't know which one of your messages, offline or online, the right person will resonate with at the right time, because they are a human. Okay, it's very important to understand that not everybody resonates with social media. Some people with direct mail, some people with email, some people with text. But the key is making sure that you're targeting the key, why they're so important is you're trying to get the right message, whatever your message is, online or offline, to the right person at the right time. I would write this down or take a picture of it, because this is one of the most important marketing lessons you will ever learn. That's why they're both most important, because you just don't know. And that's why I've created 6 categories of like the 6 after, almost 20 years in this business, literally working at the highest level with marketing, but not just getting campaigns out the door, following through on many, many marketing channels over the course of many, many years in many different markets, and also teaching investors at a very high level to do this and follow through on it. I would say these are the 6 major categories of, investing in, that you need to focus on a weekly basis for your real estate investing business. It is direct mail, email and CRM, free marketing, networking, online marketing, and signage. DEFNOS. I call this my DEFNOS framework. What is this really? What are you looking at here? This is what I would call my marketing plan or my roadmap. So every single day, I know exactly what to focus on. I'm going to kind of open the vault and show you my back end of what my marketing department looks like, my back end. But as you can see here, Mondays are my direct mail days. Tuesday are my free days. Wednesday is my email and CRM. Thursday is my networking. Friday is online and digital. And Saturday is signage, DEFNOS. And under each category are all of my campaigns that I'm running. Okay, so this is like my whole back end. This is who I plug in, my interns, my assistants, whoever it is. This is the back end that they work off of. This is what we call a Trello board, but I have systematized my marketing department with these 6 categories, and under each category are all the systems we work with. You can do one of 2 things. You can do per day you're working on each category, or you can take one day and make sure you're getting all of these 6 major categories out the door for that one day. Let's just say Fridays, right, are your marketing day. You would just go right down the list and get your direct mail done in the morning. Then you would get your free marketing, then your email, right? So you get the gist, right? So this is just why it's so important. You just don't know which one of these categories will hit the right person at the right time and what message. And I think the statistic is people have to see something between 8 and 15 times before they even take action. So again, it's so important. Yes, while you're here's the key to this. While you're testing all of these 6 major categories out, you will learn very quickly which one of these categories are kind of your top campaigns, but you will never know unless you're getting them out the door and you're testing them out. Okay, so it's so important to, number one, get them out the door and see what works for you, your community, your sellers in your area, because my Boston motivated sellers are probably a lot different than the Wisconsin, right? Motivated sellers, different lifestyles, different backgrounds, different parts of the country, right? They could, Boston sellers might be more keen on, getting a direct mail, going to Google, right? And again, I don't want to stereotype or anything like that, but there are different areas where there are people with different backgrounds and all of that stuff where you don't know if direct mail or an email or you just simply networking, you just don't know what's going to hit them at the right time where they get to know, like, and trust you to work with you. Okay, so here's the how I'll end this. Spend time to automate your marketing campaigns, get them out the door. My rule is get one campaign out the door at a time. You get it out the door, make sure it's working, and a good response rate is 1 to 3%. So if you're sending 100 letters out the door, 1 to 3 calls is a phenomenal response rate. Okay, so I would write that down, because here's the deal: consistency and diversity compound. Let's do some simple math. One of my categories is networking. And one of my homework, one of my systems is calling wholesalers, agents, and attorneys once a week. Let's just do some simple math. You call one probate attorney, one divorce, one bankruptcy, whatever, somebody who you know has your clientele. Let's just stick with probate. You call one probate attorney a week. How many is that a year? 52. Do you think that you will probably get a deal or two off calling and starting a relationship with probate attorneys who literally have control of literally the qualified sellers that you want to work with? Absolutely. Of course you will. And not only are you going to be contacting those probate attorneys, what else are you going to be doing with them? I'm going to check the comments. So when you call a probate attorney, what else are you going to do with them, do you think? I'll look at the comment section for a little bit. Hold on. What do you think? Where else could you put them from these Death Notes campaign? Where else, when you contact a probate attorney, they might not have a lead for you. How else could you stay in touch with them? Let me see if anyone's answering. Hold on. All right. So I don't see any answers, but here's the deal. You could then put them in something called a probate attorney email follow-up sequence, where once a month you're saying, hey, thanks for your phone call, just touching base to see if you have any clients that I may serve in my community who need help with their houses. That's a pretty darn good email, right? What else could you do? You could send them a nice thank you letter afterwards and say, thank you for your time, with a nice pamphlet of your business. You see how they're kind of starting to work together. They might not have resonated with you on the phone, but the gesture of getting a thank you note with your pamphlet of services, a hard copy, could that be powerful for them? Absolutely. You could email them that information as well, so they have on record, so they have in their email that they could print out as well. There are so many things that once you touch them or call them, you could absolutely continue to nurture that relationship. But I just wanted to give you the power of consistency compounds. And I hope I was able to express to you exactly how that can compound. That was one example from free marketing. You don't even have to pay for that. You just have to pick up the phone and start a relationship with a probate attorney. That's the cool part. All right, awesome. So that was online versus offline. I hope that was helpful in terms of explaining to you why they're equally as important, why it's important to kind of use this framework, test it out, get it out the door so you can see what works and doesn't work, and what the right message to the right people at the right time looks like for you in your communities, in your area, and for your business. These Thursday trainings, I'm trying to put you in a position to be the best real estate investor that you can be, okay? So this information is literally 18 years of me testing thousands and thousands and thousands of these campaigns, telling you, yes, these are equally as important. There are going to be some that are going to be crushing it versus the other. And then you can make a decision whether you want to spend time with all the other categories. But the reality is you just have to get started and test these out. That's the reality of the situation. So speaking of the reality of the situation, so what I did at this re-up event as well is I opened up enrollment to my $1 Million Marketing Program, the live $1 Million Marketing Program. So what that means is, last year I had 3 sessions where I had my pilot program, my beta program, and then a regular session of $1 Million Marketing. It went so well. My students are doing so amazing. I was just told yesterday, one of my students is getting 90 leads in his office every month. I mean, I'm actually going to have him present at the end of this year in December what his year looked like. So stay tuned for that. Absolutely. However, so what I've decided to do moving forward, so 2022 is when I started, I tested it out. I said, hey, listen, does this work? Does it not? Does my framework, does my, education, does it work? Answer is hard yes, right? So what I'm doing from now on is I am having, that's my flagship program, which is $1 Million Marketing. So what I am doing moving forward is I am doing a live 8-week program with me twice a week. So it's 8 weeks, twice a week with me, where you are learning the 5, let me get that for you. Hold on. The 5, there's going to be 5 modules, and you're going to be essentially learning the 5 exact steps from going from overwhelmed real estate investor to confident chief marketing officer. And these are your marketing mindset. What marketing systems are you using? So I'm going to provide my whole Trello back end for you. You can just copy and paste it and start working. That's not a magic pill, but is it going to fast track your success? Yes. Hard yes. Another hard yes. Okay. Number 3 is the marketing campaigns. That Def Notes framework I just showed you. I'm going to go in depth with every category, every system that you just saw, and just kind of get you in the mindset of how to start systematizing your campaigns within all of your major marketing campaigns. And then we're going to go into marketing metrics, and then finally marketing MVPs, people you should hire so you can ultimately make time for money-making activities in your business. And so you can start acting like the head of, the chief in your business, right? You didn't start this business to work in the business. You started this business so you can own this business, not work in it, work on it, right? So this is what we go over in my $1 Million Marketing program. The cool thing about enrollment is I am going to have an info session. I'll throw this in the comments as well. So this info session is going to be held on August 14th, which is my actual birthday. Woohoo! Oh yeah, go August babies. So what that means is on August 14th at 12 p.m. Eastern time, I will go in depth about what this program is, how to enroll, and because it is my birthday, I am sure you probably know that I am going to give you some ridiculous bonuses, some ridiculous savings. You are going to love every second of it. You do not want to miss it. If you literally have not gotten leads in the last 30, 40, 50, 60, 90 year, or even year, you should jump on this info session. If you are on a feast and famine cycle, or one deal a cycle, because once you get a deal, your marketing, goes out the door, and then you just have to kind of restart your whole business again when you're done with that deal, jump on this call. Okay. If you are overwhelmed, if you don't know where to start with lead generation, if you are scared of it, if you don't want to hear no, whatever your reason is, jump on this info session. Okay. Because this info session, I'm going to go over the curriculum. Okay. In depth. You are going to get a chance. It's live and it's free. So you're going to get a chance to speak to me and get all of your questions answered live and online. Okay. And I'm going to give you a snapshot of what my $1 Million Marketing students are doing right now. I might even invite one or two of them to come speak and tell you about the program themselves. Okay. So I'm going to drop this registration August 14th, Marina's birthday bash, right? Marina's birthday bonus info session. It's going to be August 14th at 12 o'clock. Yes, I'm spending my birthday with you. Okay. I'm spending it with you. So I will drop the link in the bottom. If you have any specific questions in the meantime, there will be a replay as well, just so everybody knows. If you have any questions in the meantime, private message me, put them in the comments. I check them. Just make sure you do that. But I have officially started enrollment for my $1 Million Marketing. There are limited seats left. I just went to the re-up event. Half of the seats are already filled. So I highly recommend. The next opportunity you will get to sign on to the program is with this info session. And like I said, I'm going to make it worth your while because I'm turning 39 for the 3rd time in a row. Okay. So I will absolutely make it worth your while with a ton of bonuses, a ton of savings as well. So Thank you again. I will drop this in the comments below. I'm going to see if there's any questions whatsoever between,